morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are watching from. This is Brass Creative and Multimedia Consult. Briefly, I just want to show you how to use the newly developed school-based assessment, which is an upgrade to the previous version that we have actually designed. So without further delay, let me quickly open the app and you see some of the features that we have been added. For those of you that are just watching this video for the first time, I will take my time to take you through all the sheets and how it works. Now, the system is designed basically to help schools from the manual way of entering students' course and generation of a report sheet for students. So without further delay, let's quickly see how the system works. I don't want the video to be too long, so I will be brief and there will be some area we have to fast forward the video. So the moment you get the application, I have three here. The one for the senior class, junior class, then the one that contains both junior and senior class. So I will use this one as an example. Let me try and copy it. Let me create another folder so that everything we'll be doing will be using that folder. So let me just leave it this way. Let me paste it. Now, the moment you get the application, you just open it. It's an Excel based application. You are going to use it in Excel. So immediately you open the system, you bring this one. So you are expected to enter your school name. So for the sake of this tutorial, I will just put name. Now, when you are typing the name, you make sure you are very careful because if there are errors, you cannot correct it from your hand. So you just have to get back to us so that we'll be able to make the corrections for you. You cannot correct the school name from your own hand here. So just type only the school name. Don't put address, just the school name. So when we open the system, you are going to see how you are going to enter all the other details. So immediately you are done with the name, just click on OK. Then it will ask you this to confirm your school name. So if there are errors in the name, just click on no. Then it will take you back so that you can edit the name. So if you are okay with the name, just click on yes. Then it will tell you that you have successfully registered your school. Then you click on OK. So you wait for it to load. It take a little time to load the system. It will not be too much. As you can see, the percentage is already loading. So you wait for it to load. So it is still processing. Now don't forget, it is an Excel based application. Now this is the trial version. Immediately you get it, you are eligible to use the system for just 7 days. After the 7 days, the application will expire. So if you still want to continue to use it, then you have to activate it before the trial days. So just when you see this, just click on OK. Then it will ask you if you want to activate the application. Now the moment you get the license key, you can click on yes. But for now, since you don't have the license key, just click on no. So when you click on no, it will load the system and check the validity of your expiry, if you are eligible to use the system more than 7 days, or if you are not. So it will take time to calculate everything and load. So at this point, just wait and leave it to load. So leave it, the system will still load. It will not take much time. Now when you are done, you are going to see this. So let me just show you some of the things we have here. So if you have any question or you have any issue, you can just come here, you click on contact, then it will bring our details. So you can send an email to us, you can send message on WhatsApp, or you call. Then this is our address. Then some other products that we have, you want to take them out, you can click on this. Then you see them, the name of the product, then description, all those things. So you can just check them. So anyone you want, you can just get across to us. Then you can read the terms and condition of use. So when you click on it, you are expected to read everything. So you click from the beginning, the terms and condition. You take your time to read everything. So when you are done, just click on an agree. Then so if you want to activate the system, that means when you have actually gotten the product key, so you can just come here and click here. Then you choose the validity period that you want. The price tag for each of the validity differs. So if you want 7 days, if you want 3 months, if you want 6 months, you want 9 months, or you want a year. So anyone you want to just click on it. Now, but for now, let me just leave this one. Then if you are not ready, just click on this one. So if you want to close the application, just click on this exit. But let me just log in. Now when you click on this login, you can either log in as a teacher or as an admin. So but for this sake of this tutorial, I will log in as an admin. So just type the username, then the password, then you click on login. So when you click on login, you wait for it, then you have this message, then it will load again. So as you can see here, you can see the plan. It's just 7 days. Then it's telling you have 7 days of usage remaining, and it will tell you the date and the time in which the application will expire. So the bar will be reading. So if you come tomorrow, this one will change to 6. Then in the next 2 days, it will continue to reduce. Now, so you have the welcome, then the other details. Now this is the home page. You have the total number of, if you count the total number of teachers you have in your school, total number of students, and the parents. Then the school enrollment chart to show you the total number of students you have in GSS1 up to SS3. Then the enrollment by gender, total number of boys in all the classes from GS1 to SS3, as well as girls, then the total. So from this side you can navigate. So the first thing you are expected to do is to set up the school. And how do you do that? You come to the settings here. Come to settings here. Now as you can see that if you want to change this school name, you cannot change it. So all you have to do is just come here. Now you can type this one here. If you want to type anything here, you can type it here. So anything you want to do, you can type it here, or you come to this school info here. Click on this school info here. So you can type the address. See, this motto is there already. Then the phone number, you can type the phone number here. You may decide to leave all this one, but the school name and the address is very important. Then the email address, you can decide to type your school email address here. Then if you have your school website, you can type it there. So when you are done, just click on this update, then everything will be updated, and you click on OK. So after that, you choose your academic section. So you have them here. Just choose this one. Then the current term, it is first term, second term, third term, just set it here. So all this one, you may decide to, now since you are choosing first term here, then you are expected to input your second term resumption here. That will be placed on the report sheet. And the format we are going to use is month, day, and year. So let's say you want to resume for second term to be 18th of July. Don't forget, month, July will be 7, then 18, 2025. So let's just leave it like that. And leave it like this. Then the number of times school open. Now you can just, you know, this will be done after the end of the term. So, but let me leave it like that. Then this one will be used for promotion of students in total. Promotion of students in total. So you can decide to set it from first term, or you set it in total. So let's assume in GSS1 you are offering 10 subjects. So you can decide to set your promotional mark to be 500. So if you put 500 here, it means any student in GSS1 that scored below 500, we have to repeat GSS1. Any student that scored 500 and above will be promoted. So depending on how you want to set it, you can set the promotional marks for all the students. Then here, you don't need to enter anything here. When we select the subject, it will continue to count here. Now, these are the grading system. You can decide to change your own. You want to make your own to be 70 to 100 to be A1. So any grade you want to change here, you can just decide to come here and change them. The same thing for junior class. Then these are the remarks, both class teacher remarks and principal remarks. So you can just decide to change them, type them. Now for this one, I have set it to be from 0 to 1300. You know, the reports, the remarks will be picked automatically on the report sheet for the student, depending on the marks that the student scored. So in your own case, if you are offering just 900 subjects, you can make this one, if you count this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you can make the first three to be 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500, depending on how you want to set it. So you can adjust the mark and you can adjust the remarks depending on how you want it. Then the next thing is you are expected to set the subject. Now you can make it to be custom or manual. Now by custom, it means you are going to have the subject listed here. Now in your own school, if the subject you are offering is not here, then you change this one back to manual and type in the subject here. So let me pick like 5 subjects. I have English, I have mathematics, let me say computer, let me say basic science, let me say basic technology. So let me just leave these 5. Now let's assume in our own school we have another subject, maybe we call it vocation or what have you. So just come here and pick manual. So when you pick manual here, just type the subject there. So you can leave it this way. Now let me delete this one and change it back to custom. Now let's see what happens if I type that vocation now. So you can see the error. So if there is a particular subject you are offering and the subject is not listed here, change this one to manual, then you type the subject. So you do the same thing for the senior class. Depending on the subject you are offering. So let me leave it. So as you are taking the subject, the serial number will be updated automatically. So now this one will be corrected. It's supposed to be the same thing since the junior class are offering the same subject, so it's supposed to be the same mark all through. So now after setting this, so you have set all these things. Now you can upload the stamp, the school stamp that you want to show on the report sheet. So just come here, then it will ask you to select where you have the stamp. So you locate where you have the stamp. Let me say I have my own on the, let me see, this is the stamp. Just pick it, then you click on upload. So it will be uploaded on the report sheet. So the same thing with the school logo, and decide to choose this logo. Let me use this one. Then you upload. So as you can see, it will update automatically here. Then like I said earlier on, if you want to activate the system, you just come here, then you choose, let me just say as in 3 months. You click on submit, then you send this code to me, then I'll give you the license key. So when you enter the license key, it will activate the application automatically. So this one will be fixed anyway. It will be fixed. So now you have terms and conditions. I have shown you the other one, but you cannot close it. You must agree to it. So you just have to read and click on agree. And then if you want to refresh the system, maybe after inputting some scores, and you see the scores are not correct, maybe 2 plus 2 you are supposed to get 4, you are getting 6, or not summing up automatically, you come back to the settings here and click on refresh system. Then you click on this one, and you leave it that way. Then you want to promote students. However, you know the promotion will be done at the end of the quarter. So if you click on this one now, it will tell you that this can be done only in total. So then if you want to reset the system, you want to delete everything you have input, the scores, the address of the school, the tab, you click on this reset. Then this one, you cannot use this one, just leave that one. So after that, the next thing is you go to admit students. So you come to this database. This is where you are going to add all your students. So as you can see here, you can either type the students details manually, or you come to this add student. So let me just use this one. Let me see, the admission number is 2025/26/01. Then the student name will be Adewale Yano. class. Let's say it's JSS1, then she's in JSS1A, and lady, the date of birth, and just pick the date of birth from it. Let's use that one. So you can decide to leave all this one. You can leave it, but let me just enter for this one. Let's say in centimeter 180, the height is 65 kilogram. Then parents of either Mr. and Mrs. Adewale, then their address. Then the religion. All this one they are not compulsory. You can decide to leave them. The state of origin. Let's say Oyo. So immediately you pick the state of origin, the local government will be auto-populated here. Let me just say Shaki East. Then phone number of the parents, and decide to enter the phone number. Then if they have email address. So when you are done, just click on submit. So you see everything will be populated there, and this one will be auto-generated. So let me just say I want to enter another student. I can do it manually as well. So depending on how you want it. So let's say Ahmed is also in JSS1. Ahmed is in JSS1B. Now Ahmed is a male. Then the date of birth maybe 0708 2021. So you can decide to leave for this one. So if you want another student, you can come here and still add another student. So depending on the one you want. So anyone you feel is convenient for you. So you can just pick any class. So you can decide to leave for this one, you can submit. Now let me show you something. You come here. If you want to submit, it will tell you to fill all the required candidates. So you come back here. So let me just enter a random number and submit and see what will happen. Now I will do some editing here. The form is supposed to come back and supposed to tell you some of those information that are very important. So if you are okay with this one, you can just click on this one. Now we have 3 students. You know that details have been done. So if you want to edit the details of this student, like you see, maybe this one not born in 2009, maybe in 2018 or some years, just click on here. Then you come here. Look at this delete icon and this pencil icon. So if I want to edit this one, just click on this one. Then you can decide to change the date of birth from here. So you click on update. Okay, sorry. Select the date, then you click on update. So as you can see, it has changed. So let me add another student. I want to use 3 students. Let me add another student so that I can delete one of the students. Let's say BBC / 2025 / 26. I have another student now, but this student maybe is no longer a student, or you don't want to have the student on the list again. So you can just click on this one. Then it will ask if you want to delete it, then click on yes. So the student will be released automatically, as you can see. So that is how you add your student. So like I said earlier on, if you want to promote students, you click here. It can only be done in third term. Then you can decide to refresh if you want. For now, you don't need it. Then if you want to delete all the students, just click on this clear sheet. Then when you click on yes, everything will be deleted. So now from here, let's go to JSS1. All the students, they are in JSS1. So let's come to JSS1. So if first thing you are expected to do is you clear the sheet. You clear the class data first. So after clearing it, then you can now retrieve. So when you retrieve, it will bring all the students that are in GSS1 from that database here. It will bring all of them. As you can see, we have 2 males and 1 female, and that is why the total enrollment is 3. So when you are done with this one, you come and you click on this back so that you go to GSS2. You do the same thing for GSS2, do the same thing for GS3, SS1 up to SS3. Now let's search for a student. Let's assume you want to search for a student. You are looking for a student. So just type the student here, then you can see the student that you want is here. So even if you have as much students, instead of you to go to school, you can decide to search for the student. So when you are done, you click this one, all the students will be back. So that is how you enter for the database. Now another thing we have here is the navigator. So from here you can navigate to some of the sheets that you have. For first term, second term, third term, you have the score sheet where you are going to enter the student scores, then where you are going to enter the attendance of the student, then the assessment. So the assessment is all this psychomotor and affective domain, then the broadsheet. So we are going to look at them one after the other. So the first thing we are going to do, you can as well go to your reports where you have the report of each of the classes, GS1, GS2 for first term, second term and third term. Then images. Now these are the students. Before we go to the report sheet, we are going to import the student image, but immediately you are done with your students, you are done with the entering of their details. If you wish, it's not compulsory, so you can just decide to come here and upload their pictures. So let me leave this one for now. So let me go back to the navigation. Now let's go to now you cannot access this. So you don't need to go there. Then this message, like you want to send email to the parent, you want to send the report sheet or any other email to the parent, you come here. So let me just come here. Let's go to the score sheet. So you come here. This is the score sheet for. You can just come here. These are the names of the students that you have. So now, as an admin, you may not be able to enter the scores for all the students once. So all you have to do is you have to export the sheet and send it to individual subject teachers to enter their scores. So when they are done, they will send the scores back to you. Then from there you can compute it and generate the report, or you enter it manually. So there are different ways where you can do that. You can either generate the score sheet for all the subjects once, or you generate for one subject and you send that one subject to all the teachers so that we do. But we advise you generate for all the subjects so that you not be confused when teachers are sending back their score sheet. So now let me explain the keys you have here. Now this is the default template that have been set. So in your own school, you may just have maybe test 1 and test 2 alone. So you can just edit this one to be test 1, and maybe this one test 2. So you can edit this one to be maybe, let me say 10, and maybe let me say this one is test 3. There. So you don't need this one, since your CS will be 30. In your own case, if it is 30, you just delete this one and you delete this one. So immediately you delete this one, all this mark will be auto completed, and all this one will be generated. Now we don't need all these we don't need this column. It's empty already, we don't need it. So all you have to do is just come here and click on this hide on use column. So you just click on it, then you see the column is gone. So if you don't need this one too, you don't want this one, maybe your own test is 10, then the other test is 20. So you can delete this one, then you hide again. So as you can see, you only have test 1 and 2 for all the subjects. So when you are okay with that one, you can just come here, export multiple sheets. Like I said, you can import a single subject. When you export a single subject, you only have a subject sheet that will be generated. But I will advise you export for all the subjects. So just come to this export. So you can just let's export all the subject sheet. So you just come to export multiple sheet. Then it will ask you if you want to export it. Then you click on yes. So you wait for it to load depending on the number of subjects you have. Then you can just come to the folder that you have created. So just give it any name. Then you click on save. You wait for it to generate all the subjects. So if you have 20 subjects, you have to wait it to generate for all the 20 subjects. So let's wait for it. So what I'm going to do now is I will pause the video, then I will come back to continue from where we stop. But let me just fast forward the video. Let me fast forward it so that I don't have to lose anything. I will fast forward the video now. So when you are done, you are going to see this information that export complete. Then it will tell you the total number of sheets that has been exported and where they are saved. So you just click on OK. So now after that, you now come to that folder. You go to that folder. So you can see that you can see the subject 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one 5. So what you are going to do is you copy all the folder. All the file. Copy all the file, like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. You can copy it to your phone. Then you send it to individual subject teachers. So they can either do it on their phone or they can use system. So but they must have an application that can open an Excel file on their phone. So but for the sake of this tutorial, I will use my system. So what I will do is I will open the subject sheet one by one. I will open them one by one, and I will enter this course. Now this is, as you can see I only have basic science. So let's say the first one is 10 marks, total 10 marks, 8, and I have 20. Let me enter a mark that is more than 20 and see what will happen. So you can see that the value of the scores must not be more than the value I have here, which is 20. So I make it 12. Then the exam 58. So for the next one, let me enter another figure that is more than the expected mark, 15. So it will pop up the same error. Then maybe 7, and this one 15 and 60. So 9, 15, 62. So I will save this one. I will close it. I will open the other subject. So what I will do is I will enter for the other subject. I will fast forward the video, then I will enter all the other subjects, then we come back. So it's the same way you are going to do for everything. So let me just fast forward it. So I'm done entering the subject. So all you have to do is, so when your teachers are done, they can either do it on the phone. It will bring it that way. They can use WPS or Excel application itself on their mobile phone. So when they are done entering this course, then they will save it and send it back to you. So after sending it back to you, now start to import them one by one. So what they are going to do is come to import score sheet. You click on this one, then it will ask you if you want to import it. Just click on yes. Now these are the subjects. So the first one I have is basic science. You click on it, then you choose the subject here, click on submit, then it will load it, ask you if you want to import another subject. Click on yes, pick basic technology, submit. It will import that one. You may not see anything for now, so until when we are done, yes, computer studies, pick this one, choose computer, submit, then yes, English language, submit, have the last one, mathematics. Select mathematics, submit. So I think that's the 5 subjects you have. So when you are done, just continue to import as many subjects as you want. So when you are done, just click on this no. Then all the subjects will be populated automatically. So as you can see there, and just check through. So you see all the subjects have been populated automatically. So you cannot add any student here. You can only add mark here. Only add mark here. Now you see, as I'm adding mark, there is nothing here. The total is not showing. The reason is, who are you adding mark for? Since you don't have any student here, so anything you enter here will not be automatically populated. So you must have a student in this one. So then if you want to, maybe you are trying to provide another column where you want to enter another thing, so you just click on this on hide. When you click on this on hide, it will show all the columns, and then you can just put anything you want to put there. Then I've shown you how you can use this one, export single subject. When you click it, so instead of generating the report, the score sheet for all the subject, it will just generate only one. Then from here, you want to go to third term, second term, you can click on this one and choose there and go to that sheet. So if you want to clear everything you have here, just click on this. And you want to go back to the settings, you come here. So let's check the mark sheet. You click on this mark sheet. So this is where it will populate the position of the subject or the student in each of the subjects. So you have them here. You can see all the subject, the class highest mark, the class lowest mark, and the class average. Everything is here. Then, like for this student, you don't want to display the score of the student, you can just come here and off the student. So okay, the cell is locked already. I will enable it so that it's locked. I will unlock it. So when I unlock it, so you can just decide to off the student here. So from here, now we have generated the scores for each of the students. Now before we go to the report sheet, let's go to the image and upload the student's image. Now when you have the image of the student, you have to make sure you name the image the exact way the name of the student appears. Like the first student is Adewale Inioluwa, so the name that will be given to that file must be Adewale Inioluwa. If you have Adewale Inioluwa Abosede, give it that same name, Adewale Inioluwa Abosede, so that when you have two Adewale Inioluwa, the system will not be confused. So you make sure you name the file the exact name of the student, which I have done. I want to use a random image. I don't have any copyright access to that image. It's just a random image that I want to use. So all you have to do is, when you go to this image from the panel here, so just click on browse and import. Then you locate the folder. So this is the folder, this is the new folder. So just click on OK. Then student without matching pixels. So that means there is an error. Like you see this one now. Let me do it again. Skip picture. Now I have made sure that the picture should not be more than 15 kilobytes. So as you can see, all these pictures, their size is more than 15 kilobytes, and that is why they are not importing. So all I have to do is, let me go and resize the picture. Let me resize the picture. So I will pause the video now. So when I'm done, I will come back. So you make sure the size of the picture is no more than 15 kilobytes. So you can use this online picture resizer or any application that you know you can use to resize the picture. Just make sure. Let's retry that. You click on this browse and import. Select the folder. Click on this one. So you can see. So the picture has been populated. Adewale Inioluwa. Look at the name I've given to them. So it's not compulsory you type it the way you have it here. Just make sure the file name and the name of the student are the same thing. So from here, before we go to the report sheet, let's do some other things. Come to navigation here. You have to enter the student attendance. So you go to just this one. You can type it here manually. Now, after that, you have to go back to the settings and set the time school open. set the time scope. Let's say it's 122. Then you can go back to the attendance, so that the number of time absent will be calculated automatically. So after that, you go to assessment as well. Do for assessment. Now let me show you something on the attendance. You can export the sheet to the class teacher. Just click on this export to send it to the class teacher. It will display this way. The class teacher will enter the attendance. So the moment the class teacher send back the attendance sheet, just come to this import and import the student. Let me do something. Let me export. Let me clear this one and export it, so that you will see how you can import. Let me export. Yes. Then just click on save. So you do the same thing for assessment. You export the assessment sheet as well. Now this assessment sheet, you can auto generate it. You can generate for the student if you want to generate it. You don't want to send it to the teachers to do it for you. So you can generate the report sheet automatic. The assessment sheet. So you just come to this generate assessment. Now generate, do it. Just make sure you read this instruction, then you click on yes. Then you are expected to enter the number of students to generate the score. So how many students do you have? I have just 3, so I will just put 3. Then it will be done automatically. So if you have 500 students, just type it. It will generate for all of them. Then you want to clear the sheet, you can do that as well. So you can also export it or just enter it, depending on the way you want it. So in generate, let me just generate this one automatically. Then I have 3 students. So you can modify it. Like you want to change this one to 5, you can change it to 5. So depending on how you want it. So when the teacher sends back, just click on this import and do that. So let me just go and enter the attendance score this for the student. The attendance. So I think I have it here. JS1 attendance here. So let's wait for the file to load. So like this one, I have 120, 122, 120. So when you are done, just save it. Then you come back here to the attendance. Let's import it. You click on this import. Do you want to import the class attendance sheet? You click on yes. Then you select the file. Click on open. Then where are you starting? You are starting from F12. This is the first student, F12 here. So you pick F12. Then the number of row will be automatically generated. Then number of students. How many students are you entering for? Now the reason for this is, you may have JS1A, JS1B. So make sure when you are inputting your students in the database, make sure you type them in this format: JS1A first, followed by JS1B, followed by JS1C. So arrange them like that, so that when you are entering the attendance, it will not give you issue. So I want to enter for just 3 students. I will just put this one, then I will click on import. So you can see it just generate for them. So let's go to the report sheet and check our report. So this is the report sheet. So you have to come here, pick the first student. When you pick the first student, the picture will be here, and you can see the subject. You can see the subject. Now everything has been set. Name of the student, the class and the tab, the date, admission number, date of birth, the age, female, and a section, the position of the student. This one is taken second out of 3 students. Now you can change the theme here. You can change the theme, like the color you have here. That is if you have color printer. So if you don't want to use anyone, just choose this none. So depending, you can leave it even if you have black and white. It will still add aesthetic to your design. Then now you can have the term grade. The term grade here, maybe distinction, the one you have here. So let me just off it. So you see it's gone. If you don't want to show the remarks, maybe the student is having distinction, or the essence of this, it will be useful in total, like some schools. You don't want to repeat students, you don't want to repeated or prompted to be shown. So but for now, I will just put it on. Then the number of subjects before printing. Let's assume you are offering 10 subjects. and a student in your school just offered 4 subjects, and you don't want to generate report sheet for that student, so all you have to do is just come here and set the number of subjects that must be written by that student for the report sheet to be generated. So any student that is, like I have said this one before, so meaning any student that has offered or that has taken an exam that is more than below 4 subjects, the report sheet for that student will not be generated. So I think I enter for all the students here, so I will just leave this one. So now all these rows, they are not doing anything. If you want to hide them, you just click on this one, click on hide, then you click on execute. It will hide all the that you are not using. So like you can see, it has been hidden. So if you want to hide them, click on this one, so it will show them back. Then so if you want to print, let's check other details that we have. These are the psychomotor that we have done, the one we generate automatically. So then the time school open is 122. This one is present in the attendance percentage. Then you see the remarks has been picked automatically. It has been picked automatically by depending on the number of marks that I've set. Don't forget I told you that you have to set the marks here. Now it's because the student is not scoring the higher mark. That is why you have the marks to be low. So you can set that. Then on this one, I've uploaded the stamp is because of the white this thing is not showing. So then you can check through. This is for the first student. If you want to look at the second student, choose this one. It will auto the picture, everything will change. For the third student, the picture, everything will change. So you can see this one. So if you want to print this one, you want to send it directly to your printer, just like I want to print for all the 3 students, just leave this one blank. But if I want to print just the first 50 students, or let me say I have 80 students in my class and I want to print just the first 50 students, so just enter 1 and 50 here, enter 1 50 here, it will print for the 50 students. But if you want to print for all of them, just leave it. So if you click on this one, it will send it directly to your printer and it will be printed. Now if you want to generate the PDF file, just come here, click on this one. Then it will ask you if you want to choose a default folder or you want to save it where you have your file. So I want to choose a default folder, so I will just click on this yes. Then it will ask me to select a folder. So let me just create another folder here. Let me create another folder here and name it report. So I want to use this folder. Click on OK. Then it will start the generation of the report sheet. 1. So you wait to generating the second student. Wait, generating the third student. Now you have 3 students and you have 3 of 4 here. So the other 5 is for the summary, or if a student, now it will tell me now there is, and now I have set this one so that if you have a student that does not even write the subject at all, it will skip it and it will generate the report for you. I don't need that for now, so let me click on this one. Then it will ask you if you want to open where your files are saved. So you can click on yes you want, then it will open it. It will open all the students for you. So as you can see, the name of the student, the class, the tab, the name of the student, the class, and the tab. And these are the students that have been skipped. So you don't want to save that one. So let's go back to that folder. Let me delete this one, we don't need it. So let's open the student and see if the report has been generated the way we want it. So you can see the reports of the student. Then from here you can print the report sheet. So let's look for the other student. So this is the second student. You can also print directly, or you send it to to the parent this way. Then let's check for the other student. So you see for the other student, you can send it or you print. So that is how you will generate for all the students that you have in the class. So you can create different folders for all the students depending on how you want it. So that is about the report sheet and how you can generate it. So let me show you another thing. Let's go to the raw sheet. So JS1. So you can see we have only the first term scores. Then when you input for the second tab, it will come here. The same thing for third tab, it will come here. So I think that is that. So if you want to off a subject, you can come here, off the subject. If you are not offering a particular subject, you want it to be blank, so you can off it so that everything will go on. So now let's try to promote the student. So let's change this one to third tab. Then you go to the database. Let's promote them. We promote the student. So do you want to promote us to page to the next class? You click on yes. Wait for it. Then the student will be promoted. You can see their current class now. See their current class. So now, what you are going to do is you come here. These students are no more in GSS1, so you are going to clear their data. Then you go back to GSS2. Retrieve them. So when you retrieve them, they will all come to JSS2 here. As you can see, so they are all in JSS2. So if you go back, let's check the score sheets. See, don't have any student here again. There is no student here again. So let's go back to the JSS2 and see if they are there. And see them here. So now, if you want to export this one, let me export single subject. Let me export this one. Now, the reason you are having this infinite term selection is because the current term is third term and this is second term. So you cannot, if you want to export for the term, you must make sure that the term that you have selected is the same thing with the term you are working on. The moment you see GSS2 score sheet and you have this question mark, that means you are on the wrong sheet or you have not actually set the correct sheet. So let me go back to the settings and change this one to second term and see. Let me go back and second term. So you can see. So if I click on this one, has been fixed. So you click here, export it. So let's go to the third term and see. Third term GSS2. So you can see it. So let's go back and change the term to third term and see. Third term navigator GSS2. So you can see everything is working fine. So I think that is all. Now if you want to activate the system, let me just try and activate the system. So you come here, let me just choose 3 months. So come here. Yes, don't forget I said you are going to send this code. Send this code to me. When you send this code to me, then I will give you the license key. So let me just activate this one from my own end here. See, so everything has been activated. So then you can now start to use your. So that means after 9 days, the application will expire. So I think that is all. So if you have any other question, then just decide to send in your message or your request. So you will be attended to. So thank you very much. I think that is all for now. So let me just log out the system. So you can go to the dashboard. Let's see, you have 3 students and a parent because you enter from 1 parent. So now I think that is that. Let me log out. Click on this. so you can exit the application. And that is all for now. So thank you very much.